Black and Crew was like, I think is the first like predominantly African American,
It is the first,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, what's the difference between urban tattooing, and like, I don't want to say white tattoos, but
You could say commercial.
commercial, yeah.
Like, let's put it like this, right? With commercial tattoos and whatnot, it's more of what's popping right now. You know what I mean? Like with commercial tattoos, at one time, Japanese tattoos were in. Everybody was loving it. And then the next time, it was tribal. In the urban community now, is always a reflection of our our lives. Memorial tattoos, um, gang related tattoo, name tattoos, but nothing crazy. Now, the one thing that we always had between the black and the brown is black and gray. Black and gray tattoos is predominantly for us because we don't get color. Now that's the biggest thing now. And that's why the crossover is like that and is actually becoming like a melting pot. Because now you got the black and gray crowd mixing with the guys who just did color. And now you have everybody saying, oh, white customers now want to go to the black or brown customers because they're nice with the black and gray. And now you got the urban community crossing over to the guys who do color because guess what? Black people like color too. Right. You feel me? So it's just a whole learning process. Like, people don't understand the whole tattoo thing started off as geographical. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna go to a biker neighborhood and get tattooed by a bunch of bikers because guess what? You're not a biker and you don't belong there. But guess what? You'll go to the Bronx or something and get tattooed who you're familiar with. And that was what was happening. It was basically segregation without somebody putting that segregation. But now that you see the biggest tattoo show is a black tattoo show, you can see the world is changing now. Like, when I go in these industries, years before, they would sit there and blackball me because I'm on TV. But now they see it as, you know what? He's helping our industry. He's doing certain things. Even though my TV show is a bunch of ratchetness, you still put the eyes on the tattoo industry.
Right. And I saw in an interview that you talked about, like, you didn't want yourself and the image of the shop and your friends to come off like that because you knew them behind the scenes. So once they started acting like that, we would have to, like, oh shit, for instance, you would always end up in some drama.
But I'm be honest with you, that's just our regular lives.
Right.
Like, people be thinking like, yo, we be orchestrating something. Like, we can't do that. We'll be geniuses. I will be rich beyond any means if I was able to put together what's going on in black. That's just our life. We have crazy lives. And honestly, the camera don't catch the best part of our lives. Like, we be having so much stuff. We be like, yo, what is going on? Like, when producers sit down and ask you, do we got story? Do we got story? Yeah, we got story. We got this going on, we got that. Honestly, I feel like this. The way the Black Ink crew is going, we probably go 10 seasons. Shoot, we just finished 5. We already signed up basically for 6. 7 and 8 just around the corner. So by 10, probably be the final season.
Right. Is that when you want to stop? Or
I'll tell you the truth. I've been thinking about stopping since season 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's more of, I ain't gonna stop until it just stopped going. Because I feel like if you just sit there and just give up on your blessing, then God's gonna stop blessing you. But if you see it all the way through, He's gonna take you on to your next one. I can't sit here because it gets hard and get difficult and say, yeah, I'm quitting, because there's millions of people that want to take my place. Mm-hmm. It's almost basically being ungrateful. I'm not gonna be ungrateful for something that you gave to me. You're not gonna give me nothing I can't handle. So I'm gonna figure a way to deal with this. And honestly, it makes me better off in life. Like, I feel like before this TV experience, I wasn't as mature as I am now. And I probably wouldn't be at this level 5 years later that I am right now if I wasn't on TV. Like, I wouldn't be thinking about opening a franchise of tattoo shop. I wouldn't be sitting here thinking about buying big houses and doing all this. I would be comfortable with having just 1/13 and making money out of that.
Right. And I was at your opening for 125th, mm-hmm. right? And it looks really nice in there.
Thank you.
I just was wondering, do you want more shops in New York City? I know you want to expand in other cities. How is that coming along?
That's an interesting question because I thought about that long and hard if I was going to expand in New York or expand in other cities. And I feel like this. If I keep expanding in New York, I'm going to get stuck in New York. I'm never going to leave New York. Right now, I have 2 shops in New York, and it's not difficult, but this is my first experience having 2 businesses of the same kind. Like, I didn't have magazine business and modeling business, but to have this is like, whew. And then on top of that, I feel like I did what I had to do in New York. It's time for me to expand. So that's why I'm working on right now, as we speak right now, I'm working on ATL Black Ink.
Oh, nice. Is it developing now?
Right now, I'm just working on 3 spots. I'm just negotiating with the
Okay.
landlords because I don't want to go into a spot where it ain't the most popping, and I need a long-term lease. So right now, I'm just working on like a 10-year lease because I don't like going anything short-term. I have plans with ATL, and I plan to have a big-ass shop. Like, this might turn around and be my flagship shop.
Right. Oh, with ATL?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
I feel like it's time to start moving stuff along. Like, I did 2/5, and the year anniversary about to come, and it's booming. The artists I have in there kick ass, you know. But it's time for me. I feel like it's not enough.
So you're going to be moving down south after all?
That was the plan any damn way. Like, I always wanted to go to ATL. Like, before Black Ink, I always wanted to sit there and be like, yo, I'm going down south. It just don't make sense. No matter how much money you make in New York, it's never enough.
Right, right.
Like, the tolls go up, your apartment. Like, you can make $1 million in New York a year and spend it in bills and everything in a year. I feel like I always felt like down south, you make $1 million, you could keep half of that shit, or maybe even more than that. And that's what I'm looking for.
Right.
It's not necessary to sit there and to move all the way down south, but I want to expand. I want to have a shop in ATL. I want to have a shop in Houston. I want to have one in LA. Wherever I settle up at, wherever I settle up at. But at the end of the day, I want to be big.